Hey everybody, it's Paul Grossman, the Dark Arts Wizard of Test Automation, and today we are actually testing uh, our vibe coding ability, and also testing on how our stream is working over here. If you are watching me, please send me a message. I'm going to try and watch my own stream over here. I'm going to say hello to myself. Hello, Polly. Pop that in there. And I do have a message over here, and it just came up and said, "Hi, Polly." Let's see if I can hide this over here. And I just see that Facebook is also coming up. Let's see. I don't have anybody actually watching, but I'm going to go over to Facebook and see if I can see, because I just saw it say that there was a LinkedIn live session that's going on. So, and I'm going to turn off my audio on that. And I'm going to say hi, Polly, to myself. Oh, do that. And now I got a message from both Twitch and LinkedIn. See if I can join on Facebook. See if Facebook says there's a notification that I'm on there. Don't exactly see that. So I do appreciate the two people who have joined on over here. I think one of them is actually me. The other one might be my beautiful wife, who has checked me out. One is from Facebook, one is from Dark Arts Wizard. And my wonderful wife just said, "Hi, Polly." She's doing my technical checks behind the scenes. I always appreciate that she does that and lets me know if things are too big or too small. So I really appreciate her help. She is just freaking awesome. I'm going to put this up on stage and take this off, and maybe that might be a little bit better. And this header over here, let's go see if I can move myself to a better location down here. So hopefully you can see Dark Arts Wizard coding, and you can see my coding tool that is up here. I'm going to go adjust the screen so it's a little bit better to see. At the very bottom over here, it says that we're going to try out the new agents window. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is I want to build my own custom automation framework. That's out here. Now, I think we already have some stuff already built. Let's see if I'm going to go to new session in WebSim Backup with Copilot. I would love to do a new one over here. So we got the agent, configure custom agents. This is the auto mode, and it will just select. And there's other models that I can select over here, which is all cool and dandy. I remember my actual coding system is behind the scenes. So I'll see if I can do some planning. Maybe I can get it to create a whole new project. Images, Gignor package, playwright, backup WebSim. I want something. These are all my recent projects. So maybe if I do a select, I go to my repos, and I'm going to go do a new folder. And this is going to be, trying to think of what a good name for this automation project should be. So let's go back over to new folder. Let's go rename it. Here's our rename. We'll name this. Oh, by the way, there's music playing. I'm going to go see if I can adjust this. I think my wife said that she could not hear any music that's actually playing. So I'm going to go to my assets, and I'm going to go pull up some music. Like It's a Dream, maybe. I'm going to turn up the volume a little bit. I'm just hoping that my voice comes over the music more than anything else. That's like a 60-second item. How about Legends of Truth? Percent. Pretty sure you should be able to hear that, but I'm not entirely certain that you can hear my voice. Got two people watching it still, probably just me and my wife. How's the music on downstairs there? I just turned it all the way off. I don't want to be too overbearing. Okay, so we are going to replicate or attempt to replicate a project that I did last year. I do have 3 people watching over here. Thank you very much for watching from Facebook. I am testing out the comments. I should be able to see some comments over here. All right, I can hear that we can hear music. So yeah, one of the cool things, I had to go make a small change to Facebook. So if I've been begging you to send me messages on Facebook and I haven't been responding, that's all fixed now. So I should be able to see things from Twitch, from LinkedIn, and from Facebook. So if you're watching, check it out. Let me know if the music's too loud. I do have 4 people watching, 3 people from Facebook, 1 from Twitch. And what I'm going to try and do is create a project that will convert plain English over to test trigger. So that is a natural language process, NLP. So I'm going to call it NLP over here. So I'm going to go into my repos. We will eventually put that into a repo. And I will select the NLP folder with Copilot. Sounds good. I want to build a natural language automation framework. In NLP. One command will interpret the a string. For example, I'm trying to remember what the name I used on my last time I tried it. I tried this about 5 years ago. And I think the name of I've got some hearts, thumbs up, and hearts over there. Awesome. I even see names from people. Well, that is awesome. Ahmed, thank you very much for joining me over here on this little Friday exploratory session. So, for example, I'm going to say, I think what would be a good short, I guess NLP, I'm just going to call it NLP, go to, and we're going to go over to one of my favorite sites. And we are going to, that favorite site is Automation Testing Online. So I'm going to go pop that in there. By the way, I'm getting this history of all the things that I am have over here. It is the Windows key and V. It's kind of like Control V, like a paste. But if you do Windows V, it will pop up and give you this little message. If you don't have this turned on, it will just say turn on, and click on that, and it will capture all of the about 40 to 60 different things that you've set to your clipboard, which is kind of cool. Windows never talks about it. Microsoft didn't even know that they had that feature. That was kind of cool when I presented with them out there. Okay, so we're going to try and do an NLP go to this, and basically every single thing is going to get processed in there, like click, add to cart, all that stuff. To show you what this kind of looks like, I'm going to go and paste in the admin just to show you how easy this is. We're going to attempt to go to this website, this URL. We're going to try and add in admin as the username, password as the password. Shh, don't tell anyone I told you that. It's all okay. This is a sandbox, and it will get you into the automated testing as an admin. So if we were able to put in admin like this and password over here, I think it would be kind of cool. Instead of going through all the page object model and all that stuff, it would do this. And it's actually getting a little use today, so that's kind of cool. And then you could do other stuff, which I would like to see. A little bit of messaging coming in from James Dean and John Doe. All right, cool. So that's what we're going to attempt to do. My major problem is I don't know if it's going to open it up over here. So we are doing a natural language automation, playwright automation, playwright automation framework in NLP, and one command. I know I've got some misspellings in there, interpret, but the cool thing is the AI will actually figure that out. For example, NLP go to this. So let's see what happens. So usually I think I may have done a mistake there. I think I would want to do this in planning mode. Not sure what planning mode is, but it's figuring it out. It says, hey, here's the NLP. It's doing some sort of force on that table. So I think it's actually, and it's asking, am I allowed to do this? I'm like, I'll always allow, please. Always allowed to do anything. Let it do anything it wants. I'm going to keep an eyeball on our messaging over here, see if there's anything that's going on. If you have any questions, please feel free to chat with me. I fixed the chat, so the chat is working. There's no dumb questions. The only bad question is the one that you didn't ask. And if I don't know it, I will go find out and figure it out. Kind of expecting my my guy over here, someone to let's see. Oh, I just got a message saying I'm allowed to run the smoke test and see what we got. Let's see, did it actually build this? It says this is a recent one, but I want to go and see what it's doing. Look, it's chugging away over there. Okay. I would like to have, okay, await NLP. I like that. Okay. Cool. Always run headed. I think it did it. So we'll do that. So I'm going to ask it, hey, please bring up a browser so we can see what it actually looks like, because this is kind of boring when it's not actually being seen out there. Hey, we got 4 people watching over here, 3 from Facebook. The other one is probably me from that. I've got a couple hearts and likes. And so if you put up some hearts and likes, I actually get to see who you are. If you happen to chat over there, you can chat with Paulie live. Please feel free. So there you go. If it popped up on your screen, you can respond over there. I like the thumbs up, the hearts, the 3 people sticking around just to watch. This is saying, can I run these smokes? I'm like, always allow commands in this session. So it's going to go and run that. Now, here's the interesting thing. It did it, but it popped it up on my top screen. I do know that there is a way that I can make this, make the browser up here on the lower screen. I actually asked this a couple days ago. The AI gave me the listing and the stuff like that. Love to have this show me. Let's go open up and see if this is NLP is actually out there. NLP, we got to do that natural language process. That's the window. That's the whole thing. Hey, look at that. It actually brought it up. All right. Add support for NLP. Enter admin into username. Okay, cool. We're going to do that. See if we can get that to wait to come up. While we're doing that, I want to see if I can go and find the NLP. There's a whole bunch of projects I got out there. NLP, into that. Nope. Let's go do file, open folder. Let's go to, okay, there's the browser. It came up for just a second. I like that. And I'm going to go over to my C drive, which is where my repos are. There's a chat going on. That's cool. We're going to do that. Got 4 people watching. Thank you very much for sticking around. My NLP, we're going to open that up. Select that folder. I think I have to go back one. NLP, select folder. Let's go see if we got some files over there. Look at that. We brought in the node module. So these are the scripts that it's working. That's our script over there. Let's back that off a little bit. Okay. I think that's pretty visible. So we're going to console log run smoke test. So we're doing NLP. And we should have a second NLP. So we want to enter something in there. The music's gotten a little boring, so let's go change that up a little bit. Go over to my media assets. Let's try, I don't know, Just a Kiss. Let's try that. Okay, so we have all that. I don't think I need a result from that. I mean, it's nice and all that I do. And it's console logging all this stuff. So let's go view. I want to go open up a new command, not chat. I want this. I want a new terminal. Do a new terminal down there so we can see what we're doing over here. And to run this, hey, I don't like that. I don't have my history. I think I want to go to PowerShell. There's my history. Okay, cool. So we're going to go run this. We are in test, and we're going to go run smoke. Smoke. I like that. Headed, and we have a reporter. Let's see if we get this, or does it say no test found? Probably because I misspelled smoke. We got smoke.js. Actually, this is supposed to be a TypeScript project. So I'm going to go back over to our agent. Say, make this a TypeScript project. Okay. All right. Let's see if this all changes from JS to TS over there. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 bum. So it looks like we've got an enter JS. So we have some support functions in here. There's our bin. That's still that. Our source, our commands are enter and go to. And it's chugging away, thinking about it. All right. So I guess I've got, there we go. We've got a go to. This is slowly turning over into from a JavaScript to a test TypeScript project. Since you guys are watching, just a little reminder, Paulie is unemployed and he does all this kind of cool stuff. And I try to do this every couple of days just to kind of show you what I do. And I can see a message came in from Ahmed. All right, let's see. He says, I guess it's in the source folder. Yes, it is. So I got two things. I got an agent sitting over here converting everything. So now it's all TypeScript. This is kind of cool. All right. And is there other things I want to do? Of course there are. So there's an enter command. And it will take a page and an argument and a go-to. The go-to is already, that's all right. That's kind of cool. So let's go take a look at our smoke test. So we're going to go do the NLP, but the problem is I got to process exit. Do you want to install this for node type? Try typing this. Well, all right, fine. We'll do that. We'll take that, punch it over here, and let it do it. And it just did it. The process is still kind of hidden over there. Could possibly be that I have to restart. I do have Rue over here, which is kind of my code processing. Let's see, MCP, but I haven't figured out how to use it. So we're going to kind of figure out how that works. All right. So it says, if you want, I can add a dev script, watch mode for faster iteration. Really? Okay. Sure. We'll add that. It's under source. I really prefer it under a folder called test. But it is what it is. Okay, so we got these types over here, different interfaces for parse commands. I've got a parser. Cool. That will bring in the string and then kind of break it down into the different things that it can do. Go to, hey, look at that. It's pretty smart. It knows that one, it's go to with a space after it. Go and two might have a space in it. So it's basically doing the same thing. Sure wish we could merge this. Pretty sure we could do that. Slice 5, slice 6. Oh, really can't because it's a different slice of 5 or 6 that's over there. Okay, VS wants to do this, and I'm like, yeah, dude, you can do that. I'm cool with it. It's asking if I can do it. Well, I guess it did do it. All right. Ran npm run dev. No errors. Okay, sounds good. And let's go give this a run on the smoke test. It says no tests found. We lost our test cases. That sucks. That is smokes tests. Oh, it's a TS. Playwright tests. Are we under test or are we not under test? I think we're under source now, aren't we? No, we're under scripts. All right, fine. Nothing like having an AI come up with its own naming convention, put stuff where it belongs. Okay, it says, okay, fine. How do I run smoke.ts? Okay, we'll just go ask it that. Cool stuff that we put in there, looking for matches, fields, and values and fields. And we should also have it documenting. I also want to do that. Now, I could have it commanded to document this, or I could have it do a command code, which is going to be in, let's see, command. Okay, what did this guy say? npm run smoke. Really? That's all I have to do? Cool. All right. It brought that up. All right. So we'll go over to the smoke test over here, and we're going to do this. Can we fix this? We'll do that, but it still doesn't seem to be working correctly. So keep that. Nope, still doesn't like it. I don't want to go into that for a while. If I take it out, it doesn't seem to change anything. So we'll go with that. I'm going to go with wait NLP. Next we want to do is enter Hall into username. Look at that. It automatically figured out what I wanted to do. Okay. Have a 5-second wait at the end of the test. Because, I mean, I don't like a hard-coded wait, but at this moment, we can't even see what it's doing. So there is a promise to result set a timeout. I'm not really crazy about this. Is this actually writing this in Playwright, or is this Selenium? Feels like Selenium, but we'll go with that. All right. Let's try that one more time, see what happens. There's nothing going on, and it says the run succeeded. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is I'm going to go back over to our agent and let it plan. There's no planning in there. Okay. Okay. Find the input field. Find the input field from the username. Is it username? Let's go take a look. Maybe it's me. StreamYard. Now I want this Restful Booker over here. It is username. Username is there. Username is here. Here's what I'm going to show you. I'm going to go and do an inspect. A couple different ways you can do this. And I do know it's an input field. So if I do an enter, then it's going to say, okay, I know this is going to be input. Username is not inside the class, but it is inside the ID. It's also inside the placeholder. So is there any text in here that I see? There's enter username. Enter username is in the placeholder. So we're going to go for that. And in fact, there is a label. So we can find something near a label. So let's have the AI do all these things. So we're going to do that. Copy element. Okay. Find the input. Find the input field from the username string. To support this. Also add a Copilot instructions.md file. This is where you can put in stuff that says, hey, I want you to always do this. And there's something I want to put in there in a moment. We'll get to that. I'm going to enter this to support this. Here is a sample element. Oh, I know what it is. And have and document every function with a descriptive header. All right. So we're going to have that. We're going to use enter. Okay, going to go back over here, and we'll do a search for enter. There's a README. All right. we should be adding in another file. This is enter. I might be working on this at this point. I think I might just switch over to working from this code, because over here I can actually say agent, ask, and plan. By the way, there are some things that I don't pay for when I am unemployed, but there is one thing that I do try to do. You can see here it says quota reached. Premium requests will reset at July 31st, and this would not talk to me if this were true. I actually have a budget for how many premium commits I have there, and if I look at my budget, you can see that my premium commits are all taken up, but I do have a budget for other features, and I don't know where that went. This is boring, so we're going to go get rid of that. I'm going to see how this works over here. Did we get anything? I want to get that gem. Well, it kind of ran. Not crazy about that. Go back to smoke, see what happened. Smoke run succeeded. That's cool. I don't really need to have that there. Does probably should say that up here. Results, go to, status, admin, and that's all it did. It did not go to, oh, hello. It opened it really quickly. So I'm not quite sure what the AI is doing in the agents over here. All right, it says, hey, I've updated this. NLP enter Paul into user resolution. So this now works reliably. The resolver now matches fields using playwright name, ID, area label, case sensitive, and partial matching. So your sample element is supported. Okay. Cool. We have verification. It says it passed. I think I'm going to, I guess the agent does run from the top level. So I want, see if there's any notes. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Don't forget about line 14 too. Line 14. This guy. Hey, check this out. Line 14, because I added that message over there. Let's see if I can find where that is. It's now actually putting in comments, I think. Or 18 probably now. That's probably, you said 14 because this was over here. All right. Let's see, console log, handle errors. Thank you. We will go fix that. And that fix. We'll let that guy do it there. All right. Lost one of my viewers. That's okay. Keep. All right. Let's try that again. Give that a run. All right. We lost that hard-coded weight. Now this process is over here. We got to fix that too. What is wrong with the process? So handle runner. Forget this. We'll take that out. We'll take this out. Okay. Here's our NLP. But we lost our NLP for entering in the command. So let's do that. NLP. I want to enter. Yeah, enter Paul into this. Sounds good. Enter password into password, like that. I want to go hard-coded weight. Oh, that didn't go very well. Yes, I want this weight. So Hard-coded, wait. A lot of time for manual verification. All right, buddy, let's see it do it. See if you can find it. Well, does it say it passed? I don't think it did. Went pretty fast over here. Okay. Select command, enter username, value length, or PAUL. That's all cool and dandy, but not really the way I wanted to do it. Well, URL. Interesting. We're doing it a wait. We're doing it one at a time. The 3 steps of the test. Oh, we want to convert this into standard test given what not given one then, but test describe in it. All right, let's do that at the time. Convert to describe it. Playwright test format. Okay. Didn't spell playwright right. I understand that. Okay. I got 5 people watching over here. Just a reminder, you can chat with me. I'm doing this live at the moment, doing this about 36 seconds over here. I have 4 people sitting here watching me from Facebook and me streaming live from my own phone off of Twitch. Thank you very much for watching on Facebook. Remember, the only question that's a dumb question is the one you don't ask. So when you say describe this, what do you want to do? A parser for BDD style given? No, I don't want that. A converter chains a playwright into a spec. That's what I want. I want the spec. All right. Now, what you're seeing there is what we call a clarifying question. And basically, I wasn't sure what approach it. I didn't read the third one. Third one might have been what we actually wanted to do. So now our smoke.ts is likely going to turn into smoke.spec.ts. So it's going to chug away working on that. Or it'll create a new one called smoke.spec. And then we'll have to run it from a different, I think we'll have to use a different approach for running that. We want to do playwright. And then a run. Okay. The test and see why the hard-coded wait does not wait before closing the browser. It might be that the browser is set up to automatically close. All right, so we got this over here. This guy is still chugging away. Yeah, I wired the converter in CLI, compile and run a sample conversion. So that's the interesting thing, is that you never know what it's going to do. Describe its CLIS. Okay. Don't be putting dirty words up on my screen. I don't need a strike against me. All right. README, and there is describe it TLS. Describe a converter. Why do I need a converter to do that? I don't think I want that. All right. So let's go over here and why don't we just rename this thing? Okay, it ran it. That's nice. Okay. Okay, let's go bring this back. Okay, a flaky field detection this. All right, so it's running this. All I really wanted to do was to just enter 2 values in there and then sit there and wait. And I don't like the way it's written. Should be under tests. Oh, look at that. All right, that's good. It stayed up there for 5 seconds. All right, that's a good thing. We're making some progress. Hot dog. Okay. The only thing is it didn't actually enter the name in there. It did wait up for 5 seconds. All right. It says, yeah, I did all sorts of cool stuff. Yeah, except. Okay. Great steps. No. Okay, we are going to I'm not really crazy about how this is doing it. What file did it put it into? This generates. Run this. Really? Okay, then run this. Okay. Create steps.txt. No, that is way too complex. Why do I have to do 2 steps? I don't want to create a 2-step process. Just change smoke.ts to smoke spec.ts. TS. So that thing's getting a little bit more doing more stuff than it needs to be doing. I don't like it doing that. I shout out to the one person who is watching me, which is my wife. Okay, so there's our smoke. I can see it now. It changed. We did have this up there for a moment. When we find a matching element, want to highlight it. Before interacting with it. Not sure if you can hear that thunder out there, but it looks like we're going to get rain again. It's like our 5th rainstorm in the last 14 hours. The whole backyard is all flooded. And my little puppy, Rudy, he enjoys just sitting in the mud. And we have a little pool for him. So he likes to sit in the mud and then come over and then plop his butt in the water, in the pool. Okay, now that looked a little different, but it did not. Okay. Not sure why it's doing, let's see, verified bold, like that. Okay, so this, I don't think, no, we don't need to do that. We can just run the test. So let's go back over here. Let's go. Okay. Run build. Okay, that did nothing. I think we want to do playwright test, smoke, edit, like that. No test found. Did I misspell it? Smoke.spec.ts is in the scripts file. It's in the scripts file, plural. There we go. Okay. Gave us a lot of stuff it did not like. Okay. Do. And a reporter. Take this out of here to reveal the steps. How do I run this? Says there's no test found. See what's wrong. So now this version is having problems with the way this version set it up. Chat. Okay. Oh, we're in agent mode. Okay, cool. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, we need to install Playwright. Why didn't the first one? I said Playwright at the beginning. Why didn't it do that? Should do that at a global level. Let's try that. Okay, then rewrite this, adding blocks. You do that? Yes. Yes, please go set it up correctly. So it's going to set this up. I mean, it was cool, but setting up these functions here to run, that's not the right way to do it. Allow all commands in this section. Go ahead, do it. Let's get some different music over here. How about Red Sunset? Keep all that. Now that's what I'm a little bit more used to. Okay, so now we run it. Copy this. And I think we're actually on our way. Let's try that. Did I do it right? Actually did it. It will probably disappear before you get to see it. All right, cool. Open the browser near the bottom of the screen. All right, I think I'm going to stick with this because this seems to be just a hair smarter than this stuff over here. You do have enter and, fill is the term that's generally used. Probably would want to say support this statement. Username with Try that. All right. Cool. Yeah, it knows I want to play. Click login. Can we remove that? Can we refactor to remove that? It's a little loud in my ears. Okay, like that. We'll keep that. Yeah, no more page. Clean it up a little bit. Oh, it failed. We're going to move the browser to the lowest part of the screen on launch. And centered. Okay, I'm playing around with some of my sound effects. Keep that. Doing a search, I can't find that. So, 600. So our position is 640 by 600. Window size is 1280. Okay, let's make this, let's see, X 640, make that 32, and make that 1200. Let's try that. Should bring it much lower. I like that. Okay, 900. Seems pretty good. But something failed. I'll ask it. Fix. Oops. Yeah, there's no click in there. So we'll get that working. see if that works. Still fixing stuff, so it's still broke. So adding the click parser pattern. Keep this, but pocket rocket. Okay, did not find the login. Let's go back. Okay, smoke is gone. So it smokes back. So NLP, click login. All right. Okay. The in button, and we want to console log the locators. All right. Now, super secret thing we're going to do here is I've already kind of worked out something that I believe did on Claude. Did I do it on Claude? Let's see if I did it on Claude. Who did I do it with? Playwright Smart Element. Okay, I did do it on Claude. So copy this. Let's see if I can get over to Claude and log in. Use a different email. Let's try this one. Okay, there was a verification email sent to my email. I know we're sitting here kind of boring people, but this did work. Okay, let's try this one more time. See what we get. It says invalid credentials. Oh, because Paul is not the password. It's not the user. So this is my negative test. Okay. Let's go run it one more time. I'm excited. Invalid credentials. Okay. So we're going to do invalid credentials. This is going to be our smoke. And enter invalid credentials. We will do this here. Put this in quotes. And we will put in and await. And we're not going to do that. We're going to do cut this. Cut this out. And we're going to put it in here. And we're going to click invalid. Verify. Okay. add support for okay, while that's going on, I'm going to go see if I can validate my email address. Secure link. Sign into Claude AI. Communications code is this. Okay. I don't want to supercharge that. I want my chats. All right. So something really cool over here. This came up. I've got a visitor. You want this over here? Do this. So what this is doing over here that I'm showing is that I started a discussion with Claude and basically said I want to build a custom smart element locator in Playwright. And don't get too worried, just 3 sample locators. So we're looking at the different locators that we are putting together. However, I did not want to use locator. I'm adding saying, hey, there's different ways I want to do this. But I definitely want to use the get by class. So I'll do that. I feel like I'm missing something. Let's move that out of the way. All right. Let's get back to our little editor here. All right. So what I had done was I had gone over to my email, and I'm trying to find my discussion with ChatGPT. Not ChatGPT, was it with Claude? Claude. There it is. All right. So at some point I said, hey, give me a something that will do this XPath into final. So this is a final prompt. So this is it. I want a gap. Copy that. Okay. Now I'm going to put in this plan. We'll go into plan mode and we're going to paste all of this in here. Okay. This is the order I want to find things by get by role. I want to use XPath first, and then only if I can't find it, then use CSS. Expect this fabric choice over CSS for readability. Not no CSS. I guess no CSS element types we need, like button, link, field, list, and generic text element. Okay, so we'll let that chug away for that. Let's see if this does what it's supposed to do. And it failed. And why did it fail? Verify. Okay, well, we're going to let it chug away and do this. Let it plan it out first. So some other things that are, I mean, this is a pretty long description we got in there. We have generic text bearing fallback. Elements needed. Are these guys a list of field general text? Visibility filters. So we want to make sure that the element is visible by zero, more than zero width and zero height. And we don't want anything saying that this element is not visible if it is off the viewport screen. I've got a relative proximity locator over here, and we're going to find an anchor by text and target. So we're looking by text first, and then we're going to look at somebody. If no semantic boundary container match is found, we're going to return null. And on failure, we're going to console log plain string, exhaustive search summary, anchor found, candidates matched, all that stuff. And out of scope. And I guess I actually added more stuff than I needed to. So it's evaluating all this. It's going to take a little while. So while we're doing that, let me go jump back over to the browser. See who we got watching. Here's my RESTful booker. Let's go back over here. Because one of the other things we want to do is make this thing kind of weight correctly. Okay, there's my checklist. Don't need that. I think. There we are. See if we got any chat. I got a new comment over there. Hey, let's see. At 1:33 came in 2 minutes ago. Hey, Kareem, how you doing? Thank you so much for joining and watching. Just to catch you up, what we're trying to do is build a Pomless playwright automation framework. So instead of doing a page object model and all sorts of coding stuff, why don't we just have a command called NLP and just give it the commands that we are interpreting? So far, we've gotten it to go to a website and then enter in my name into the username and then a password into the password. The problem is this is the invalid credentials. So I am going to make a new test that is the valid credentials just by copying it over here. We're going to do that. Paste that in here. We should get a problem over here. And enter valid credentials. We'll call it that. And then we'll have to put this into some sort of area so we can go navigate to it. So we will go to the password is actually admin. And if you're curious to know what site it is, which may not be because it looks like you left, but okay. This is the RESTful Booker. So if I put in admin and password over here, click login, we should get to this. And I think RESTful Booker platform is not on. No, it is. So I'm going to go forward. And I think we'll just verify that front page appears. Okay, here we go. I'm going to say verify front page. We'll do that. Okay. Guy is chugging away. He says, all right, start implementation. Now that you thought really hard about it, we'll let you do your thing. This is working under Claude Sonnet. I'd have to upgrade if I wanted to use Claude Opus or GPT. There are some other modules out there. Stuff from Anthropic, HHLNO, PQRS. I believe the alphabetically, the more the item is, the more recent it is. So we got Sonnet 5, currently using Sonnet 4.6. If I wanted to use Opus or ChatGPT, we could do that. And there's Copilot, Claude, Gemini, the Raptor, and Maya. I don't know these two. These are brand new to me. Don't know how smart they are. So it knows that the buttons and links are the same. So we're going to let that chug away. I'm going to try and play this. There's number one. And it got in. Look at that. Sweet. So I guess if we get to the front page, will be the next thing we want to do. I guess log out. Yeah. Makes sense. Let's try that again. I only got one pass, one failed. Why did the first one fail? Puts in bad stuff. Didn't actually log in. One test case actually passed. Let's see. Error failed, could not find text. This text on the screen. No, it's not what I want you to throw. Okay, it's still working on this. Now what I could do is change these into modules and just have this be the logout, have this be the login module. What's going on over here? This is doing invalid credentials. Just fine, but you're not passing. Try one more time. We go to this platform, we put in bad credentials, put in good credentials, and then we end up at Shady Online, which is kind of weird. Gotta find the text on the screen. All right. Well, he's still chugging away at this, so we're kind of at a loss for words. If I take this out, I bet you they'll now pass. Just sitting there for 5 seconds. And I don't know why it is not logging in. It says 2 pass because I got rid of one. Isn't that a silly monkey? Oh, because it does the front page and then it logs out. So that is working correctly. That'll take us to our front page. This guy is not waiting long enough because it is there. So this will need dynamic wait. So first of all, we'll do a hard-coded wait. You never do this, by the way. Let's try that again. Paste that in there. Let's make it 1,000. And we will go and try that. Logged in, logged out. 2 test cases in 17 seconds. We should run them in parallel, don't you think? I don't think that's correct. Let's go see if we can run them again. Cool. The highlight should be in green. Don't know why it's doing it twice. Maybe it's running it itself. Okay, let's see what else we got. Definitely want the highlight. Okay. So we're going to highlight the text in green and highlight the top page in red on fail, since there's nothing it could find. All right. Okay, I like that. Whoops. Something wrong on the second one, huh? Let's go take a look at our tests. Maybe get a little music. Oh, I got some cheers from Ahmed. Thank you very much. That was only 7 minutes ago. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you so much. I just broke it again. So he's like, that was great. Why'd you break it? Um, okay, so we're not exactly sure why we didn't do this, but definitely we want to have an output. Okay. What actually went wrong? Because it was working nicely. Okay, so if we want to run this in parallel, we want to run almost nothing in there. Okay. Run using two agents, not agents, actions. What is the term? Runners? No. Two browsers concurrently. I'm trying to remember what that is. Let's play, right? This is tsconfig. Okay. Workers, two. There you go. Are they going to be right on top of each other? I bet. They didn't run in parallel. Because it didn't say fully parallel. Okay. Try that again. See if I can move the browser this time. Cannot. That browser is locked in there. Okay. I don't know why I'm not able to grab it and move it. Maybe because this. Maybe. Clear that out. Whoops. Don't need that. CLS. Can't move it. The hell is that? Firefox wants to update. Okie dokie. Now it came up with a window position saying, hey, launch in a different position. See if we get two. Well, yeah, but they're off the screen. Some fixtures. Okay, window positions 0 and 600. All right, so we want these to be about 800. 800. This is going to be around 200. And this position is going to be about, 1280. Let's make it 1080. See what that happens. These are a little lower and a little closer. So our size, 1280. Let's find out what 1280 really is. So 1280 this is 1240. 1280 is roughly here. Since this is 1240, this is 1360, so 1280 is around here. And we're looking at 480. Hello. $480. Yeah, we need to run that down a little bit further. Let's make this 600, 800 by 1,000, 1,000. And let's still try that again. All right. The width could be smaller. Wish I could calculate the width, but yeah, it is what it is. Windows size. The size 80 by 480. Don't know what you're doing. Window position should be further. Okay, so let's try 300 and 900. And we'll bring this down to 12 and 12. See what we get. Yeah, I think it's 0. I think it knows that it's on the other screen, so it goes to 0. Let's do 0. And maybe a little higher. Okay. Cool. Execution down to 10 seconds. That's cool. Tests. Test results. Saying over here. Okay, go to enter, click verify. And you don't need AI for this. Well, you need AI to kind of write it. Click verify. Click needs a dynamic weight. Dynamic weight added. Elements. The screen 3 times. The screen 3 times within 600 milliseconds. Reset the loop. Keep looping until the total is static 3 times. Okay. Wait for DOM stability. Okay, so there's actually a term for it. It says that this is actually a wait for DOM stability. Okay, that looks good. Can we highlight the objects each loop? Okay, shortened to 150. Not crazy about that. It will sit there and try and overthink what it's trying to do. And we're trying to see if there's anything over here. All right, Ahmed, a little while ago, let's see, 10 minutes ago, said you can tell it to run 2 browser instances, one for each test. Oh, I like that. Good one, Ahmed. Run 2 browser instances, one for each test. Sounds good. All right, so we just got this over here. Let's give it a shot, see what it does. Then we can get rid of that dynamic wait. I really wish this had a ding on it. I don't think I see it. I'd love to get a ding in my headsets so I can respond faster when somebody mentions something. Looks like everybody left. The only person left watching is me. All right. Uh-oh. Says there's no test found. Let's go take a look at this. There you go. So why? It's just working. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. I like that. It's good. Can I get rid of the weights? Manual validation. We'll get rid of that. Yeah, just have 5 seconds on the end. Okay. seemed to be the one that went longer was when I had a problem. All right, we're going to clear this out, do one more run, see if we can fix that last problem. All right, kind of cool. Yeah, got a cool little project there. Click login, verify. So this was invalid. Oh, we wanted to verify that. There. Okay. Hmm. Well, it is going to be about that time. I've been doing this for about 2 hours, but I think this is a pretty good start. I'm going to go commit that to uh, my GitHub. And a big shout out to Kareem and Ahmed and my wife for checking in on this. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the holiday. Um, and we'll be catching up with more Pomless automation as we go along. Have yourself a great day. Cheers.